If you fell into a black hole right now, what would happen to you? Would time stop? Would your body stretch into spaghetti? Black holes are the most mysterious and terrifying objects in the universe. They break every rule of physics. So what happens when you enter a place where even the laws of nature give up? Today, we're going inside the most dangerous place in the universe, and we might not come back. Somewhere out there, floating in the silent darkness, is a monster. It doesn't have claws or teeth. It doesn't roar or chase its prey. Instead, it swallows light itself. You can't see it. You can only see what it does to everything around it. This is a black hole, and if you ever got too close to one, there would be no turning back. What reaches you first? The darkness or the future? Does falling in mean dying, or becoming part of the universe itself? Even light, the fastest thing alive, loses the race here. Let's start at the beginning. Black holes are born from death. When a massive star, about 10 times larger than our sun, runs out of fuel, it collapses under its own weight. The outer layers explode outward in a supernova, while the core falls inward. All that mass gets squeezed into an unbelievably small point called a singularity. It's so dense that its gravity bends space and time itself. But what really happens when space itself starts to fold? Now imagine something so heavy that even light, the fastest thing in the universe, can't escape it. That's why black holes look completely dark. Around this invisible pit lies a glowing ring called the accretion disk. It's made of superheated gas, dust, and even stars torn apart by gravity. Temperatures there can reach millions of degrees. It's the last stop before everything falls into darkness. If light can't escape, could anything ever return? If you're flying your spaceship near one, things might look peaceful at first. The stars still shine, and the black hole just looks like a dark sphere surrounded by light. But the closer you get, the more reality starts to break. Distances stretch, time slows, colors shift into strange, ghostly shades. You're entering the event horizon, the invisible boundary where escape becomes impossible. Would you even realize the moment you disappear? Let's say you ignore all warnings and keep moving forward. The moment you cross that line, no signal, no light, not even a radio wave, can reach the outside world again. From the outside, anyone watching would see you freeze in place, fading into red light, stuck in slow motion forever. But from your point of view, you'd keep falling normally. For you, time would still feel real. For everyone else, you'd be gone. So what reaches you first, the darkness or the future? At this point, gravity starts acting like it's gone completely mad. The closer one part of your body is to the center, the stronger the pull. Your feet would feel a much greater force than your head. Scientists call this process spaghettification. Yes, that's the real term. You'd be stretched thinner and thinner like a noodle until your atoms tear apart. Not exactly the way you'd want to go. Could your body survive being pulled apart by gravity itself? But let's imagine you could somehow survive this. What would you see inside? According to Einstein's theory of general relativity, once you cross the event horizon, all paths lead to the singularity. It's the point where gravity becomes infinite, and the known laws of physics stop working. Space and time don't behave the way we understand them. They might even switch roles. Time could become space, and space could become time. What would it feel like if time stopped being a path and became a trap? Inside, every direction would pull you toward the center. You couldn't stop. You couldn't turn around. The singularity would be your destiny. But the deeper mystery is what happens when you reach it. Does everything simply end there? Or could the singularity be a doorway to something else? Some scientists think black holes might connect to white holes, the opposite kind of object. Instead of pulling everything in, a white hole would spit everything out. Could falling into one side mean bursting out of another? If that's true, a black hole could be like a tunnel, a cosmic one-way street to another part of the universe, or even another universe entirely. Others believe that black holes are the ultimate recycling machines of the cosmos, breaking down matter and energy and returning it to the universe in new forms. The truth is, nobody knows for sure, because once something falls in, it never comes back to tell us. So, what happens to everything that crosses that point of no return? But we've seen what they can do from the outside. In 2019, the Event Horizon Telescope captured the first real image of a black hole. It looked like a glowing ring of fire surrounding a pitch-black center. That picture proved Einstein right, again. The black hole was sitting in the galaxy M87, about 55 million light-years away, and it was 6.5 billion times the mass of the Sun. Can you imagine something that heavy just existing in silence? And there's one even closer to home. At the center of our own Milky Way galaxy lies a supermassive black hole called Sagittarius, a star. It's about 4 million times heavier than the Sun, but don't worry, it's not coming for us. We're far enough away that Earth is safe, for now. But what if one day, something disturbed its calm? Still, black holes aren't always far. Scientists have found smaller ones scattered throughout space, leftovers of dead stars. Some roam alone, moving through the galaxy silently. If one ever passed close to our solar system, it could cause chaos, distorting orbits, swallowing planets, and even pulling the Sun itself off course. So, what would happen if one drifted just a little too close to us? Thankfully, space is big. The odds are tiny, but not zero. Now, let's zoom back to your impossible journey inside. You've crossed the event horizon, survived the spaghettification somehow, and are plunging toward the singularity. Around you, everything stretches and swirls like a liquid mirror. You can't tell up from down. Space itself feels alive, curving and twisting. The light from distant stars bends around you into glowing rings. Would you even know if you were falling or floating in time? And your sense of time begins to fall apart. If you look back, you might see the entire history of the universe flash before your eyes. Light that took billions of years to travel across space would reach you in seconds. You could watch stars form, galaxies collide, and perhaps even glimpse the beginning of time itself. From your perspective, everything outside speeds up. The universe ages in a blink. So what reaches you first? The end of time or the beginning of everything? That's because gravity inside a black hole bends not just space, but time. Near the singularity, seconds for you could equal centuries outside. So, in a strange way, falling into a black hole might let you see the far future of the cosmos, if you could survive long enough to watch it. Could a fall into darkness be the only way to witness eternity? But could anything actually survive? Quantum physics, the science of the smallest particles, says maybe. It suggests that information, the data about every atom and particle, can't just vanish. It must go somewhere. So if nothing escapes, where does the story of everything go? This idea leads to the famous black hole information paradox. If black holes destroy everything that falls in, where does all that information go? Some theories suggest it stays on the surface of the event horizon, encoded in tiny vibrations known as Hawking radiation. Named after physicist Stephen Hawking, this radiation slowly leaks energy away from the black hole over billions of years, until it eventually evaporates. When that happens, everything that fell inside might be released again, transformed, scrambled, but not lost forever. What if the universe remembers everything, even after it's gone? Imagine that. The most destructive force in the universe may also hold the key to its greatest mystery: how information and energy are connected to reality itself. Could the answers to creation itself be locked inside a black hole? Maybe inside lies a kind of cosmic library, where every atom that ever existed is preserved in a new form. Maybe the black hole doesn't destroy reality, it remakes it. Could creation itself begin where everything ends? But what if one day black holes stop being stable? If two collided near us, the energy released would outshine every star in the sky. Space would ripple like water. We've seen this happen. Gravitational waves from merging black holes have already been detected by LIGO on Earth. Each one a whisper from the farthest corners of space, telling us that the universe is constantly reshaping itself. What if the universe itself is speaking through these ripples? So if you ever find yourself staring into that infinite darkness, remember, You're looking at the edge of everything we know. And maybe, just maybe, the doorway to everything we don't. Would you dare to look beyond that edge? You've just survived a trip inside the most dangerous place in the universe, or at least your curiosity did. But now, I want to know. Would you ever take the risk to explore a black hole if you had the chance? Let me know in the comments. And if you love exploring the strange and impossible, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more mind-bending journeys.